So guess who's playing president? That would be Gavin Newsom. And he's not in California right now. He's down in Brazil, and he's repping America at the UN Climate Talks Conference underway in Belém. Politico calling him, quote, the climate president in waiting. The world wants an American climate leader, and Gavin Newsom is happy to play the part, even if the country he represents isn't quite ready to follow. And the governor is more than happy to play into that narrative.
It's an ideological war at the federal level. And it's captured interests. Period. Full stop. Follow the money. It's captured interest. And we're as dumb as we want to be. We are doubling down on stupid in the United States of America and not in my state of California.
All right, so Gavin Newsom wants to play president, and yeah, he aptly said doubling down on stupid, because if you look at what California's been doing, they've been tripling down on stupid. So today I've got an interview to talk about this. I've got Kim Bright, the founder of Brightcore. She's going to come on. We're going to discuss all of this. Kim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I think he's tripled down. Gavin, I think he's actually tripled down in his head, especially when he does all the hand and everything. I mean, the guy is promoting over there that, he's that California is stable and reliable, which is the farthest thing from the truth. And he's looking for multi-trillions of dollars from investors while he's over there. I don't know if people know about that, but that's really why he went over there. So, yeah, I think he's tripled down long ago in his head. I mean, he was uninvited, so he appeared there uninvited. And the level of his hypocrisy from Newsom is insane. I mean, he said he's there because of the absence of leadership in the United States. Really, Gavin? I mean, meanwhile, he hasn't even been able to control his own state, hasn't been able to, control the issues related to water and fires. I mean, come on now. This is a guy who wants us to spend more money on foreign aid fixing climate issues in other countries. And when we don't even have our own environment safe for our own health, and look at his California, it's not safe by any stretch of anybody's imagination. And by the way, did you see, Barry, this study that just came out involving more than 400,000 women and 28,000 breast cancer cases? They directly link air pollution to the pervasiveness of breast cancer. I mean, as more evidence comes out, it's becoming increasingly apparent that microplastics are the primary cause.
And for those of us who aren't familiar, what exactly are microplastics?
Well, Barry, microplastics are tiny plastic particles, usually smaller than 5 millimeters, that form when larger plastic items break down through sunlight, heat, and friction. And they're found everywhere. They're found in our oceans, our rivers, our soil, our food, our drinking water, and even our air that we're breathing. Because these particles are so small, they easily move through the food chain and can enter the bloodstream and our organs.
I was speaking with Robin, and I don't know if I mentioned in one of our other interviews, but she's removed all the plastic cups and things like that out of our house because I used to put these things in the microwave. She goes, don't do that, because she found out that these microplastics can actually seep into your food if you're using the microwave, or even if you're drinking cold drinks. Is that a problem as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're inhaling them. With every breath we take, we're eating them in food that is being prepared with what you just said, with food that's been wrapped in plastic. I mean, the average American, Barry, inhales 68,000 microplastic particles every single day. And microplastics are found in 94% of our water in the United States, 88% of our meat, poultry, seafood, and other vegan protein sources. So this is having, as you could imagine, a devastating impact on our health. And let me tell you just how frightening this is. I mean, if microplastic plaque is discovered in your arteries and veins, then you are 4.5 times more likely to die from a heart attack or stroke.
Wow.
And microplastics devastate our ability to retain muscle mass and even impact our bone density. So this is making us weak and brittle. These microplastics, even nanoplastics, which are the plastics you can't even see, you can still see microplastics. They get down in our bone marrow and disrupt the whole thing. So they're also affecting our reproductive organs. The ability to reproduce has gone way down, and sperm count has gone way down. Microplastics have even been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier, which can lead to early onset dementia, and the other thing is they cross the blood barrier with the placenta if you're pregnant. So this is affecting people of all ages, including the unborn. So these microplastics aren't only affecting us on the inside.
I have a question for you, and it might not be something you studied, but it just happened to dawn on me. There's two things. One, when you're ordering from Uber Eats or DoorDash and they're bringing over the styrofoam food and everything else, I wonder if it's possible to ask them to package it differently. And if not, does it matter how fast you get that food out of those plastic containers? And then two, and this one's a little bit more political, you think this was all intentional? Because you mentioned birth rates and fertility. Was this a way in your studies that you found that this might have been partially intentional?
Well, my opinion, and my opinion only, after looking into things for almost 50 years now, I would say most definitely yes, intentional. These big companies know what they're doing, and they don't care. And to answer your first question, it does, our food, when you put it in some form of plastic, styrofoam, whatever, immediately, if it's hot, it's already seeped into there. Yes, the longer it's there, the more you're going to get. But restaurants are going to have to change. It's such a huge problem, because how in the world are we going to have the convenience without plastic? And people are they're so sucked into having convenience. And I don't know how we're going to solve this problem.
Oh my gosh. Because now I'm thinking as you're talking, besides the food being in a container, it usually comes with a plastic fork. And so you're actually shoveling the food and touching and licking on that plastic fork. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And is there any link to the microplastic exposure and how fast Americans are aging now?
Oh, yeah. There's so many studies out there. This one study that I read suggests that microplastic exposure is linked to accelerated aging. Yes, emerging research from in vitro and animal studies are suggesting microplastics can contribute to premature skin aging. And the primary mechanisms involve inducing oxidative stress. That means it produces a lot of free radicals and chronic inflammation, which damages all our tissues and our skin cells. Now, microplastics affect skin aging, again, because of oxidative stress that's producing free radicals, inflammation, and hormone disruption, as well as cellular damage, and skin barrier dysfunction is the result. So microplastics are slowly killing us from the inside out, as well as from the outside in. But there are measures that we can take to stop this from happening, Barry. But the most frightening thing of all, let me tell you, is microplastics are altering our DNA. They're causing DNA damage. They're changing the gene expression of the DNA. They're interfering with DNA repair mechanisms. And this is so concerning because it's the leading risk factor for diseases like cancer. Well, this study that you're showing is trying to say, let me just quote it. They concluded, the antibiotic tolerant probiotic presented in kimchi suppresses expression of carcinogen activating enzymes and possesses many other health benefits, such as suppression of growth and development of pathogenic bacteria, intestinal regulation, and immune boosts, especially the WC biara and L. plantarum found in kimchi, have many effects like anti-inflammatory, immune modulating, and blood cholesterol reducing activity, which may account for their cancer preventative anti-cancer potential. This is a study that's saying kimchi, this food, this centuries and centuries old food, can actually have these beneficial bacteria that help us with this. So just by avoiding and limiting the use of plastic is not enough, Barry. We've got to take active steps to remove these toxins from the body before they do irreversible damage. And I know more information is coming out daily about how our gut microbiome is the number one weapon that we have to combat microplastics and all other types of toxins. And I can tell you, I found another study, and I was so excited when I found this study. It's about degrading the most toxic chemical in plastic, BPA. This BPA is degraded by Bacillus pumilus. It's a unique strain of bacteria found in kimchi. So there's studies out there showing that we can degrade these microplastics. And there was another study, a 2025, very recent one, that showed another lactobacillus strain found in kimchi, again, can actually absorb and excrete the microplastics in vivo. That means in living things. This particular bacteria is called Bacillus parkasi. And this study also highlighted one of the bacteria I said prior, which is Bacillus plantarum.
What is BPA? I mean, some people get confused, I think, if they don't understand how this stuff is working and how kimchi will help break all this. The fermentation helps with this process. What is the BPA? Is that a good thing or bad thing?
BPA is the most toxic part of plastic. These are chemicals we're talking about that when you apply heat to them, they get stronger, and they don't degrade easily. They stay for years and years and years in our environment, whether it's in the air, whether it's in the soil. And so this is very dangerous. So yes, and it's not just the fermentation, it's the actual bacteria that are in, the good bacteria that are in kimchi because of the fermentation, yes. But kimchi has over 900 different unique probiotics that aren't found in any other fermented food anywhere in the world. And this is saying that they've done these studies to show that if you eat kimchi every day, this is what could happen. You can help protect yourself against these microplastics and these invaders that are just killing us. I mean, there's so many health benefits. And we wanted to make it easy.
So kimchi has all these benefits, but obviously some people can't eat it every single day, especially with the holidays coming up. A lot of people are going to be traveling. What exactly can they do? What can somebody do who wants to help and beat these microplastics without having to cook kimchi or take it on the road with them?
Well, the whole thing here is we want to make it easy and convenient for people to have every day. A lot of people don't like the smell or the taste of it. And so that's why we created something called Kimchi One. It's easy for you to consume every day. It's capsules without that bad taste and odor that people don't like. It's low in sodium. A lot of people are on sodium-restricted diets, Barry. And so if you're making your own homemade kimchi or you buy it from the store, it's high in sodium. So they don't have to worry about that anymore. We've taken almost all the sodium out of it. It's 100% made in the USA. It's all natural, non-GMO. And Barry, we have so many success stories.
Yeah,
I mean, they're unbelievable.
I've heard just from the people in our community who have taken it and they feel so much better, and yours truly and my wife as well, because I want everyone to know. It's remember the old commercial with Hair Club for Men, and the guy goes, "I'm not just an advertiser, I'm actually a client." Like, I have to give full disclosure. We actually take it. Kim has shown both my wife and I how to shop in a store. Ever since the day, the first time I talked to you, it's all shopping on the perimeter, and it's made such a big difference. Me personally, sometimes I'm in this chair for 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and between the energy I have to expel and Robin wants to make sure I'm eating right, I've noticed a difference. So just for the ones in our community who haven't noticed it yet, do you have a special offer for our viewers today?
Well, I do, but I want to say before we get to that special offer that people that had problems with their digestion, their regularity, their immune system, 70-80% of our immune system is in our gut. So you have to take care of your gut. They used to get sick all the time. They're not getting sick. They're regular. People that had high blood pressure, their blood pressure has gone down to more normalized. They're getting off their statins. Let me read you one testimonial, Barry, if you bear with me. This one lady wrote us, Kimchi One is life-changing. My daughter had a hard grapefruit-sized abdominal hernia with terrible pains every day for the last month, having to wear a hernia belt. On day 5 of 3 Kimchi Ones daily, her pain is gone. No belt needed. Gurgling has stopped, and the hernia is soft and is a tennis ball size. For myself, I'm on it 7 days, and I've lost 4 pounds. My food cravings are gone, and I have so much more energy, and I am thrilled for this wonderful product, Kimchi One. And that was Rebecca.
Wow, that's very cool. I mean, to reduce a hernia, wow, the pain especially that goes along with that, that's simply amazing. Like I said, I've had a lot of people in the comments who have said what has transformed just by taking it very quickly too. Doesn't take like a month. It actually begins working very quickly. I've noticed it, myself. So what is the offer that you have for everybody?
Well, they can go to mybrightcore.com/Barry and use the code Barry to get 25% off, or call 888-418-6738. And we're going to give you up to 50% off your order plus free shipping. And we're going to give, it's the season of Thanksgiving is coming up. We're thankful for you, Barry. We're thankful for all your viewers. And we wanted to give something very special called Fortify. Now, this is an amazing product. I'm trying to get it on the screen here, because it contains all 9 essential amino acids, and we lose those as we're aging, and they protect us against cellular damage. They help retain our muscle mass. They boost hormone production and support our brain chemistry. And so this is very expensive, this product, but we normally don't give it away as a gift, but we want to support people during the holiday season. So call 888-418-6738, get free shipping, get up to 50% off your order, and get a free bottle of Fortify.